Screen. It is 11:30 on Tuesday, March 21st, 2023. We are going over REIN's Domus Analytics today. If you are watching this in the future, it may be a little dated. We will do our best to update this video and training as we go through with more and more trainings. Again, this can be seen through REIN at rein.com. So let's get started. Again, if you have questions, please feel free to raise your virtual hand and I will call on you as we go through. All right, so I am in rein.com. I didn't log in, but I did not go to Matrix. I came directly to rein.com or reinmls.com. As you can see here, whichever way you get in, rein.com, reinmls will take you to this screen. You will come here to products. Scroll down to Domus Analytics. Click on that. And here you are with your interactive statistics. There's 4 different dashboards that you will be able to use on here. Now, we are in the middle of March, so this gives us February 2023 stats. These stats will change when we get to March, or the end of March, I'm sorry, when we get into April. These will reflect March's numbers. These numbers are dynamic and they will change as the date changes. So when closings happen, they will update. When pendings go, they will update. So again, if you want this, you're going to have to grab a snapshot, and I'm going to show you how to do that right from the get-go. So first off, February 2023, let me see if I can change my screen just a little bit to give you the full image right there. So there's the full image of the Domus. Across here, you have the tops. You can then change attached, detached, multi-land. You can choose 2. You just want to do residential attached and detached. You can certainly do that. I'm going to leave these all active right now for a moment. You have 5 regions here: Southside, Peninsula, Greater Williamsburg, North Carolina, other. So anything that's in Virginia and is listed as, I'm sorry, that is not in Virginia, i.e. Maryland. Anything that is outside of these Virginia areas, anything out of the North Carolina zones, which I kind of read off before, would fall into the other categories. We have 61 cities and counties that are here. So you can scroll through and look for your favorite cities and counties from that perspective. So we have here a 13-month calendar. So this is compared to February 2022, February 2023 numbers. So again, comparing from February 2022 to February 2023, here are the numbers. If I change this, I can get year to date. Now you will see compared to year to date, February 23, compared to the February 22 date, there's your year to date numbers. So I'm going to change back to 13 months. And then I can come here, use the drop down. If I want to look at January's numbers, I've now changed January 2022 to January 2023. So these are dynamic numbers that you can use at any given point in time. I can change that. If I wanted to look at August 2022, gives us August 2021. So we have pretty much about a year's worth of data in here. That's a kind of a moving target that you can look at. So I'll switch back to February 2023, and we can see here for all 4 property types, all 5 regions, all 61 cities, last 13 months, we have a $310,000 median price that had a 3.4% month over month and a 7% year over year increase. So again, this is our January numbers. The settled sales had a 16.2% increase, yet year over year, 23.9% decrease. Days on market, 26.1% decrease, 112.5% increase. We were at 8 days, and now we're up to 17 days. So you can see that by just scrolling and hovering over these, that these statistics will change to what that month's numbers are. All right, so we have list price received, median square footage, new listings, active inventory, months supply. You can see the low was 1.2 in March 2022. we're up to a whopping 2.2% or 2.2 month supply in February this year. So again, still very low inventory points. Now, let's say we just want to look at attached, whether it's residential attached or detached. We change that. All these numbers just recalculated themselves to new medium sales, new settled, new median days, list price, square footage, listings. All these just changed, and you can see you have a 1.8 month supply. We go to a detached, we have a 1.9 month supply. We want to just look at the attached, we change that. We now have a 1.6 month supply. So again, we have this data here that will reflect very quickly live for you to look at. If you're saying, hey, I just want the peninsula, select all, grab peninsula, and now here is your peninsula stats. If you said, no, I don't want peninsula, I want North Carolina, this will give you the stats that are there for North Carolina. And as I said, here's those 15 cities or counties for North Carolina. Said, Tim, what is Greater Williamsburg? I'll click on Greater Williamsburg. And there we go. We've got James City County, New Kent, and Williamsburg as the three areas that are giving stats for Greater Williamsburg. Again, you should notice that the drop down, you just kind of click on it to pop it back. All right, I'm going to pause here, see if anybody has questions. Any questions? All right, let's go down. There are 4 dashboards, so we hear weekly trends. And you can see that these little things, just cogs are spinning. And here we have the week ending 3/18. The median sales price was 310,000. Week ending 3/11, 310. Week ending 3/19 was 289,750. So a year ago, we were at 289,750. Now we're at 310. You can see the bar graphs, and you have your numbers across the bottom here. You don't want the median sales price, you can have the average sales price. Change that. You want settled sales, click on that, it changes the numbers for you. You want median sold per square footage. Boom, there you go. Again, you'll see these are all happening in real time. So we've got median sold, average percent, median days, sold dollar, active listings. Let's take a look at that graph. That's always fun. Look at that. So this is March 5th, 2022. We were at 3770. Looks like we spiked right here on July 16, 2022 at 5495. And here we are today as of 3/18 at 4,069. So you can see that this information is all live and accurate to the best of REIN's ability, which means from our, as agents, data input. All right, week supply of inventory. We can see right here, there's 10.4 weeks of inventory, which is up from a week from the year before at 6 weeks of inventory. All right, new listings, removed from market, percentage, average price changes. You have probably 20 different things you can change here from this perspective. I'm going to go back here to median sales. And now what I've got here, this is this drop down. I've also got filters right here. And click on filters and say, Tim, I only want to know the detached on the south side in Norfolk in area 11. Oops. Hold on. East 11. Went too quick, sorry. All right, there's area 11. So here we go. I've drilled down to area 11, and if I just click on the hide filters, now I've got my screen here. We had a high point here, 312.22 at 593, and then we've got down here a low point of 287 for the median sales price. Put this filter on. I can change this from the 1 million. I can bring it down. Show me the houses that are between 300 and 600,000. So I can change this filter to give me the data only for those in that price point. So we've got lots of different options here. Not lots, we've got a few options right here. on the weekly trends. Any questions on the weekly trends? Go back to the main screen. And we'll just scroll on down here to Market Insights Dashboard. And you see there's wheels going. And here we go. We got a time series. We've got a price distribution. Again, we have the median sales price. Got all of these different subheaders that will do the sorting and give you a nice little chart if you're looking for that. Click on the price distribution. Doesn't make sense. If you do something, which is very helpful, it's not going to give you bad data, bad graph, bad information. So that's why I like to click on that so you can see it's trying to be as intuitive and smart for you as much as it possibly can. All right, so we have here the median sales price, February 2023, 310, 3.4, 299 the prior period, 7% the same period prior year. Again, we have all of our dates across the bottom here. And this goes back to 2004. So we were back here at 149,000 in 2004. All right, we have no breakout. You can do a breakout by property type. We'll break it out, there it goes. And now you've got this whole neat graph of all the different colors. This one here is residential detached. This green one is residential attached. Blue one here, multifamily, and the gray land lot. So if you want to have that, it's very easy. You hover over and it will show you what you're looking at. Add off. We can switch this to city and county. Again, you see the little cog spinning there. And there you go. There's the crazy little graph by city. And you will make it a little bit easier. We can come here to the filters. We can choose deselect, choose residential, choose peninsula. Oops. Peninsula. Over here, we'll choose Hampton East. And we'll close the filter. And there's your graph for Hampton East. By city, by county. If you wanted to have a couple of them in there, you say Hampton East and Hampton West. Do that for you. And there they've now added those two together so you get both of them. Filters, select them all. And there we drop everybody back on top. Right. Also on this screen, if you wanted to get a little bit of an insight into price range, you can certainly change price ranges. You could say anything that's 800 to 1 million. Living area is anything that's 3,000. 3,000 right there to 3,500. If there's acreage, you got all of them. If it's waterfront, waterfront, so yes. Filters, there we go. There's our waterfront sales. Not much of a change because there's not much in Hampton, but I would change that to say a beach. Just do there for one. There we go. There's the area for the distribution by water. Again, not much stats there. All right, so we got the area, we got new resale. Here we go, new and resale. We go here to filters, use everything. All. You can see those overlines are a little bit tougher there. Right. All right, by month, by quarter, by year. Again, you have lots of different opportunities to come in here and take a look at different numbers from the stats perspective. I'll pause here as I switch back to questions. Yeah, Karen, go ahead. Karen, if you have a question, go right ahead. Right.
Can you remind us how to do a screenshot?
Oh, sorry, yes. Good point. Right down here is a little printer. And you can come in here and you can click it, save it as a PDF. So just go into, let me go into the next tool here. Right down here is that little printer icon. So the printer icon is usually down here in the bottom right. You click that little printer icon, and then you can just come here, click save the PDF, and there's your, and it will put the color back in it for you. Sorry about that. I meant to tell you and I totally skipped over it. All right, pricing insights. You have the property detached, attached family land. You've got your regions, you've got your cities, you've got your areas, you've got your statuses. So if I come in here and say, give me residential attached or detached, choose attached, choose all of the south side, choose all of Norfolk, choose all of area 13. And in here, you can see all these little targeted buttons of where they closed. Those filters are. All right, so you can see here all of the little filters. Now, let me blow up just a little bit for you. I think it's small. So you can see your pricing insight right here is that target for median listings above and below. So there's 24% below 232. 30% of the listings are below $208 a square foot. Median settle is 232, median square is 28, and this is 70. So you can see that this is a total square foot of approximately 11. So list price of 232 based on putting in some data, which could or could not be good or bad based on filters. So you go here and just say no waterfront, give a price range, current month, up to date. It's just it's trying to give you an overview of computer analysis or an AVM of a CMA. Not necessarily the greatest way to do it, but it'll kind of validate or tell you, maybe look at your numbers again if your numbers are coming off. Okay, scrolling down, last thing is the market snapshot. All right, sold homes, sold by month, 2022, 477. Down here, residential detached, 2023, February 206. You change it to attached, and that's going to change it to 62 attached. Click on that median sales price. We're at median sales price high in October 2022 at 332. Right now, we're at 277.5. Days on market. We're at 7 days on market for Chesapeake. We want to change it and get Norfolk. We're at 20 days in Norfolk. We want to go to Williamsburg. Looks like 7 days in Williamsburg as well. Beach. Virginia Beach is also at 7 days. Active listings count in Virginia Beach looks like 194 attached residential dwellings as of February 2023. We switch to detached. That number is 311. Lowest point for that was 231 in January of 2022. So hopefully this thing is going to start to go up a little bit, like it did last year with that bottom here. So hopefully we're not bottomed out. And hopefully we'll see a little bit of uptick here coming into March when the numbers all come out. Back to the Domus. All right, now I have given you a lot of tools. I know there's a lot of you going, oh, it's too much information. There's too much stats. That's why we recorded this so that you can go back and watch it. I encourage you to go to REIN.com. go to products, go to Domus Analytics, and take a look at these tools. Now, for those of you that are gonna have Berkshire Hathaway website or seen our Berkshire Hathaway website, you will have this link embedded. I believe Kristen's on, so let me not speak out of turn. Kristen, can you unmute and answer or tell them what I'm trying to tell them about this link being embedded?
Sure. For those of you who have site builder websites or are thinking about getting one in the future, those are company websites. The Domus tool presentation is built into your website so that you can use it as almost like a lead generation tool. Anybody coming to your website will be able to see the Domus tools and kind of do some of their own research as well. We find it's great for just showing market trends and things like that.
And you all put that in there, correct? The agent does not do it because of the coding.
Correct. It's already built in.
So you guys don't have to worry about it. It's all taken care of. So that's all another feature and benefit of the website for you to take advantage of.